can you change your social style? No. You're born a driver, you're going to die a driver. You can't change it, but you can change behavior. So I can't change my natural instincts, but I can change whether I choose to act on those instincts. So my natural instinct as a driver is complete impatience. So somebody cuts me off in traffic, my instinct is to ride up their bumper and let them know how dissatisfied I am with their behavior. But I can choose to take on the behavior of an amiable or an analytical and go, oh, no, you go ahead. They are basically the sweetest, nicest, kindest people on the face of the earth, and it makes you want to puke. Could you be any nicer? You're so sweet. Now, all the amiables are the ones going, oh, and all the drivers are like, that is dang funny. All right, that's sick and wrong, but that's funny. Let me give you an example of this. So I fall on the task side. I'm a task-oriented person. My husband falls on the relationship side. So we're getting ready for a wedding. And I will emerge dressed formally. And he will emerge with a Hawaiian shirt, a pair of shorts, and flip-flops. And it's our wedding. They can be overanalyzing. Darwin and Aristotle were both analyticals. They spent a tremendous amount of time analyzing some really stupid things. Things like, why do men have nipples? They actually tried to figure that out, and do you know what? They never did. They never came up with an answer. Now, I'm not an analytical, and you'll discover later on why. You'll discover which one I am. And I'm not a scientist, but I have the answer, and I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to tell you why men have nipples. All right, stay with me on this one. All right. There are two distinguishing features of mammals, hair and nipples. God couldn't just use hair as a distinguishing feature for men. He had to use nipples as a backup. Otherwise, bald guys would be mistaken for reptiles. There it is. And you thought you weren't going to learn anything today. Listen, if you are a driver or an expressive, you have a very hard time with this. You interrupt, interject, talk over the top of people, and if you've learned how to control that, you're still not listening. You're waiting to talk. You know it's true. You're formulating your argument, your response in your head. You're not hearing a word they're saying. You got to practice the listening. And think before you act. Now, I told you that my son's an expressive. As he was growing up, this is a problem that we had with him. You know, Josh, you really need to think before you act. Sometimes you make rash decisions. Well, I was taking him and a group of his friends out to a lake, Nacimiento Lake. We lived about 60 miles from there. Great lake for wakeboarding and skiing and inner tubing. Took him and a group of friends out there one night, and we were coming back. It was about 9 o'clock at night, and the boat trailer got a flat tire. And so we pull over to the side of the road, and I call AAA. AAA doesn't do boat trailers, I discovered. So I called my husband, who was about 10 miles away, and I said, hey, can you come bring a tire out here for us, and we'll get this problem solved? No problem. So we're sitting there waiting, and my son says to me, Mom, I have an idea. Let me just tell you right now, if you have a 16-year-old expressive son who says that to you, the answer is no. You don't even need to hear the idea. But I said, all right, Josh, what's your idea? He said, Mom, it's been a long day, and you've been driving us around in the boat. You're probably pretty tired. You know, why don't you sit up here in the front of the Ford, and me and my friends, we'll go to the back of the trailer, and we'll wait back there. I said, all right, fair enough. So they go back there, and I'm resting in the front of the Ford, and about 10 minutes goes by, and I see my husband's headlights pulling behind us. So I get out of the Ford, I start walking to the back of the boat trailer. My son is walking towards me at top speed, and he's saying, oh my God, this is not happening. Somebody take a gun and shoot me. And he gets in the car, and he shuts the door. I look at his friends. Their eyes are as big as oranges. I said, what happened? Apparently, my son had decided that when my husband pulled up, he was going to pull down his pants and flash his bare butt at him, also known as a BA. One very big problem. It wasn't my husband who pulled in behind us. It was the highway patrol. Nice. So my son locks himself in the front of the Ford and leaves me to do the explaining. And so I said, I am so sorry, officer. That is not what I had in mind when I taught my son to just turn the other cheek.